So hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to demonstrate our next technique for implementing inter-VLAN routing, where we are going to use a layer 3 switch, which is also called as a MLS switch. So the packet tracer activity that I am going to demonstrate now is 4.3.8, where we will be given a topology and we are going to try to implement IPv4 and IPv6 routing. So let's check it out. So, okay, this is how the topology looks like. We have three normal switches, S1, S2, and S3, and we have six PCs, PC0 to PC5, and we have an MLS, or which is your multi-layer switch, which is connected to the cloud. We have an addressing table which has written the IPv4 addresses for PC0, PC1, PC2, and IPv4 and IPv6 addresses for PC3, PC4, PC5, and we have the three SVI's addresses for S1, S2, S3, and we have the VLAN address assignments for the MLS switch also. There are three objectives for this. The first objective is configure layer 3 switching. The second objective is configure inter-VLAN routing. And the third objective being configure IPv6 inter-VLAN routing. So we will be performing the VLAN routing using IPv4 addresses and also IPv6 addresses. So let's see what the instructions are. Let me start with part 1. So in part 1, you will configure the gigabit Ethernet 0x2 port on switch MLS as a routed port and verify that you can ping another layer 3 address. Okay, so the port which is connected to the outside is the G0x2 port in this MLS switch. This is the G0x2 port. If you can see, this is the G0x2 port, and I think we need to configure this as a routed port. For that, let me click on the MLS and let me go into the details. Enable configure terminal. I need to enter into that interface G0x2. Enter. I need to simply type in no switch port. This will automatically convert the G0x2 switch port into a routed port, and I need to assign an IP address for it. So IP address 209.165.200.225 space 255.255.255.252. Okay, let me just cross verify that again. 255.255.255.252. Okay, so this is the IP address that we need to assign for that. So I assign the IP address, that is done, and it is asking me to verify the ping for any IPv4 address that belongs to the cloud. Okay, I can try this. Ping 209.165.200.226. Enter. So let me see if the ping works. It should work. There you go. It works properly. It's fine. Now it's asking me to configure inter-VLAN routing. Now for this, it is asking me configure SVI on MLS. First, you need to add VLANs. So add VLANs to MLS according to the table given below. Addition of VLANs is a simple thing which you have been doing for the past module also. So VLAN 10. Now I need to go into the global configuration mode. Configure terminal. I need to type in VLAN 10, enter, name, staff, enter, VLAN 20, enter, name, student, enter, and then go with VLAN 30, enter, name, faculty. Okay, so I created the three VLANs. Now I need to activate the SVI interfaces on MLS. For each and every VLAN that we create, we need to assign one SVI for that. So interface VLAN 10, enter, IP address 192.168.10.254 space, subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. So this is the IP address assignment for VLAN 10. Similarly, we need to assign the IP addresses or the SVIs for the other VLANs also. Let me go into the addressing table. Those are written down here. So interface VLAN 20, enter. Let me just copy this, go back. For VLAN 20, the IP address is 20.254. So I need to change it here, 20.254, and the remaining is the same. Okay, and then again interface VLAN 30, interface VLAN 30, enter, and then I need to assign the IP address. I can use the same thing. I can go here and can change this to 30. Okay, 30.254, and the subnet mask remains the same. Now interface VLAN 99, enter. For this, the IP address need to be assigned again, and for this, the IP address will be 99.254. That is what given in our addressing table. So 99.254, and the subnet mask is the same. So assigned all the IP addresses. I created the different SVIs for each one of the LANs that we created, and I assigned the IP addresses to these SVIs. Okay, so this is done. Now let me move on to step 3. On step 3, it is asking configure trunking on MLS. Okay, so it is saying on MLS configure interface G0/1. This is the G0/1 port which is connected to the switch 1. This is connected to switch 1. This I'm going to try to configure as a trunk. So interface G0/1. These are the same commands that we use. Switch port, mode, trunk. I'm setting that particular port into a permanent trunking mode. Okay, and then it is asking me to specify the native VLAN as 99. So switch port, trunk, native VLAN 99. Enter. And then because it is now a MLS and a trunk port, it has to accept traffic for different LANs. We have to specify the encapsulation also. Switch port, trunk, encapsulation .1Q. Okay, there you go. So that is done. Now once we did this port on MLS as trunk, I need to configure the port on S1 also as a trunk. So let me go to S1. Let me go to S1 and let me do the same commands. Interface and configure terminal, interface G0/1, enter. Switch port, mode, trunk, enter. And then we need to enter switch port, trunk, native VLAN is 99. So I configured both the links or both the interfaces of this link as trunk ports. Step 4 is also done, and it is asking me on step 5. First, let me check out without giving this command. So let me come out here, and it is asking me to show IP route. Okay, so when I type in this command, show IP route, default gateway is not set. There is nothing. The redirect cache is empty. There is no information at all here. Now, as I told you, for this to work, we need to enable IP routing. For that, go into global configuration mode again and type in IP routing. You need to do this. Only then this MLS switch can forward a traffic for different networks. Now let me show whether this worked or not. So and show IP route. Oh, there you go. Once I did the IP routing, you can see all the different networks that are connected. So VLAN 10, VLAN 20, 30, 19, and all the interfaces are being shown here. Okay, so the switch is up and running now. Let me see what else needs to be done. Verify end-to-end connectivity. Okay, so it is asking me from PC0 ping PC3. Okay, let me try that. PC0 to PC3. What is the PC3's address? Is here. PC0. Let me try to ping it. Ping PC3's address is 192.168.10.2. There you go. The ping is successful. I can get a reply back. There you go. The ping is successful. You can try the other pings also. It should work because we did it in a step-by-step manner. Okay, everything should be fine now. Now let us go to the next part, which is where we configure IPv6 inter-VLAN routing. Okay, on MLS, specifically if you want to route using IPv6 addresses, you need to enter the command in configure terminal IPv6 unicast routing. This command is mandatory for the router to understand IPv6 addresses. Okay, you need to enter this. Now it's a similar thing. Similarly, for all these interfaces, As you can see, for interface VLAN 10, you need to enter these addresses. Okay, for VLAN 10, it's the same kind of thing, where rather than just putting in IP address, you need to type in IPv6 address. That's all. Okay, let me start doing that. And for that, I'm just going to do a little bit of here, remote, and let me open the MLS here. I'll just put it on top so that I can copy paste it now. Okay, so for VLAN 10 interface VLAN 10, let me put the address as IPv6 address. This is the IPv6 address for VLAN 10. So I need to copy paste it so that I don't do any errors. Okay, he's asking me something else. IP, give me a second. IPv6 address. Okay, that is done for VLAN 10. For VLAN interface VLAN 20, I need to enter the IPv6 address again. So this is the IPv6 address for VLAN 20. Okay, to see if there's any issues. IPv6 address. Okay, I entered the same thing for VLAN 20, and I need to do it for VLAN 30 also. Interface VLAN 30, enter, and assign the IPv6 address given over here. Okay, so IPv6 address, let me type it in here, enter. And there is one remaining, which is VLAN 99 interface VLAN 99, enter. And this sorry, there is no IPv6 address for VLAN 99. I created these 3 VLANs and I assigned the address for these VLANs. Okay, now this is done. This is done. And configure IPv6 addressing on Z0/2. Z0/2 port. This is the Z0/2 port. Okay, now it is asking me to configure the IPv6 address for this port also, so that it can start exchanging information. Okay, let me do that. This is what now interface Z0/2, enter, and let me type in this command IPv6 address. I'm actually providing the IPv6 address for the port number Z0/2. Okay, there you go. And now it is asking me to check out for show IPv route. Okay, I can do that. Show IPv6 route. Now I'll be expanding this. You can see there you go. The different networks for different VLANs are actually set. VLAN 10, 20, 20. All these. It shows that these are the connected routes, and the local host addresses are also given here. Okay, so now let me just check whether I can ping them or not. And from PC3s and PC4s, let me check whether I can ping them. Now devices PC3, everything I have configured everything. The completion shows 100%, but let me make sure. Let me try to ping PC4. Let me see. From PC3, ping the address inside the cloud. So there is an address given over here. So let me just check this address, and let me try to see if I can ping this address from PC3. You can do the pings yourself. You can check it out if everything's working properly or not. Ping and paste the address. You can try the different pings between the other PCs, PC3, PC4. There you go. The ping is working fine. So this is how you set it up. You set up the inter-VLAN routing using a multi-layer switch. So I'll just repeat the steps once again. On a multi-layer switch, the first thing you need to do is you need to create the VLANs. After creating the VLANs, you need to assign the ports to it, and you need to assign the trunk ports to the switch also. What are the trunk ports? You need to create SVIs. One SVI for each and every VLAN that you create, and every SVI will have an unique IP address. And if you want to connect this MLS to with that of an outside network, the port that it connects to the outside network should be given as a routed port. For that, you simply type in no switch port and assign an IP address to it. You can do the IPv6 addressing also. This is a similar thing between IPv4 and IPv6. No, not much big difference is here with the command structure. So this is how you implement it. You feel free to try out the different pings also. Everything should work properly. Everything should work fine without any issues. Okay, so hopefully I think that you guys understood this particular configuration. My suggestion is try it for yourself. Once you start doing it, you will feel much more happier and much more confident. So thank you very much and good luck with that.